Welcome to a new edition of our show titled Speak of Africa. Brothers and sisters, we're very happy to welcome you to our show of today. Today, the show is going to be a little bit different from the format we've been having. I know every week you watch us discuss politics and stuff, but today we want to talk about books. We've told you before that on this show, we really want to start a book club. Every week now, you should be prepared to listen to us introduce a book and an author. Today, we're going to introduce an author named Jane Nwaogu. She's a Nigerian author who is actually savoring sweet success for parenting guide. So I'm going to introduce you to her. I know some people don't like to read, but we encourage our people to adopt this reading culture. So we are telling you that this is a book which will make sense to you. If you read it, you're going to learn a whole lot. Today, we are parents. We are raising children. The advice that we have in this book is going to be helpful to you raising your kids. You're going to learn a whole lot that you can share with your spouse. So without further ado, I would like to introduce you to the author, Jane Nwaogu. Welcome, Ms. Jane Nwaogu. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Mr. Prince.
Okay. To begin the show, tell our audience, who is Jane Nwaogu?
Thank you again. My name is Jane Nwaogu, as he introduced me. I'm a wife, I'm a mother, a grandmother, a teacher, a guidance counselor, a youth leader, and a healthcare worker. That is who I am.
Okay. Ms. Nwaogu, what inspired you to write this book?
My inspiration from this book started when I was young. I love children, I have passion for kids. Even I help our neighbors to babysit their children. Again, I was a teacher, classroom teacher, elementary school teacher, and a high school teacher. And I was a high school principal. All this time I have been dealing with children, working with them. Today I'm a youth leader, still working with children. As I work with the children, I connect with the parents too, and I listen to them. I experience them in the classroom and outside the classroom. As a healthcare worker, I've worked in multicultural communities for children, sick children, and in the homes, their private homes, their natural environment. And I see what the children go through. I experience them. So many of them are suffering. So many of them are not getting what they're supposed to get. So many of them are not supervised. They don't get what, they have a lot of suffering, hurting, denials, abuses, crises, accidents, mistakes, that most of them do not get what they're supposed to get from parents. Even some of them, they have divorced parents. That makes what? Less supervision, less caring, less taking care of them. To the point, many of them run away from the home, they run away from the school, they run away from the church. And when I put all these things together, I said, I'm going to put it out, identify the problems. Then the root of the problems, and how can we help to solve these problems. This is why I wrote this book. That inspired me to write this book, Signature Injected Parenting. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now that you've used the word signature, I realize that the word signature is really like a metaphor. So in this book, how can you elucidate the use of the word signature in this book?
Okay. When I wrote this book, the person who edited it wanted me to write injected parenting, so no signature. The word signature in the context of this book is symbolic. It is not paper and pencil issue. It doesn't have that. When you are taking care of children, it is a book that's soul-searching in parenting jet-age children. Evaluate yourself, self-evaluation. Do you think you are qualified to be a parent at this age? Are you ready physically, mentally, emotionally, financially? Are you ready? Are you matured to be a parent? When you look at all these things, you think about the commitments, the challenges, the sacrifices, the giving away of yourself. And when you think that you are ready and you can, and you tell yourself, yes, I am ready, I'm worthy, you put it in your mind, sign it in your mind, put it as a label, it's authentic, your signature is authentic, it's personal, and it is unique. So when you have it in your mind, that's what I call signature in yourself. Put it in yourself, and that will be empowering to you.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Nwaogu. Something else too that I noticed in the title is jet age. Does jet age refer to our time, the modern times that we're raising children?
Yes.
So how can you expatiate on that?
Okay. When you talk of jet age children, how our parents raised us, the conditions at that time are quite different from what we have now. So much has changed. Way of communication has changed. The way social media has brought up a lot of things. Way of thinking they have changed. Everything, mode of transport, communication, everything has changed. Therefore, as the things change, we change the way we raise our children in order to give them the desired finishing touch. That's why you have to say jet age children. Don't compare yourself. My parents did this to me that time. They fed me, turning me upside down. Therefore, I have to feed you. No, things have changed. Work with the children and they work with you.
Thank you very much. From what you're saying now, it means that there are a lot of parenting styles. I noticed that with a lot of Africans, they tend to raise their children the way they were raised in Africa. What can you say about this?
You have to pick what works. Old virtues still remain new, but you have to take, it's not that you have to flog me until I get red. No, you can talk to me, explain to me, communicate with me, connect with me, advise me, listen to me. In those days, they weren't listening, they were taking decision for you. They don't even tell you why they do what they do, but they explain to the children so that they'll be part of that decision. And that is what makes a difference. Once the children know why they are doing what they are doing, and you give them the way to do it, show them the way to do it, you will achieve much other than forcing them, like they are under law order. No, let there be discipline. Tell them, discipline them. They will do it naturally and successfully.
Thank you very much. The next question I'm going to ask you is, when I read your book, it looks like you're taking us on a journey, like the child is going through a journey from their house to the general society. And it looks like there's even a diagram in the book which shows this journey. Can you explain it to the audience?
Yes. When a child is born into a family. That family, the parents are there, the siblings are there. The parents are the first touch with the children, with the child. So that child gets the first trust with the parents, the first language with the parents, the first culture, virtues, you teach the child in the family. Then if the child goes to school, what he learns in the home, the action words, the parts of the body, the food they eat, the school will continue that learning. So it's a continuous activity from the home to the community, to the school, and the church. Each segment of this has something to offer to the child, and is well defined at every step, and is the way to achieve each goal is well mapped out. So the child has a roadmap to succeed emotionally, physically, mentally, socially. So that is a journey of the child from the home. If the home is not stable, everything emotionally, if the child is not emotionally stable, everything is nervous, he's not happy, he's unstable. So the home stabilizes the child, and that stability moves from the home to the outside.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Nwaogu. The next issue I'm going to raise now is, how can we take this book and make it personal? How can he help, say, a family? Say I'm a young couple, I've just had a child. The child is, say, maybe a baby. How can this book help me to raise this child?
Okay. When you get this book, you have the child. What does this child need? What do you need to do? First of all, you know your child. The child is like a blank slate. Clean, holy, innocent, very clean, given to you. What do you put there? What you put on the child? You teach him the morality, mentally, social aspect of life. Take care of that in the home. The child, work with the child. There's no, if you start to fight in the home, whatever the child sees you do, that's what the child will do. Like we say, like father, like son. Or what the baby goat, the mama goat eats, that's what the baby goat picks and eats. So if you want a child to be happy, you have to be sure the child has to be happy. If you want the child to be obedient, you be an obedient parent. If you want the child to be clean, you have to do that. So the child picks what you do, your language, your culture, your morality, your everything you do, the child picks. So that way, this book will help you to know what to do at every stage of the child. There's time for everything. You know, every stage of the child's life, that's the right thing to give the child at the right time. So that way the child gets what he's supposed to get when he's supposed to get it.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Nwaogu. So it looks like there are a whole lot of values that the child has to be taught. And one which you mentioned in the book is prayer and God. Yes. How can you highlight that?
Okay. Like I said, what you want the child to learn. The child, you are the mirror. You, the parent, you are the mirror. If you wake up in the morning and praise your God, thank God, the child will know, oh, we have that a being we have to praise God. If you wake up in the morning, I say we are not going, first of all, we have to have a quiet moment with ourselves. The child will know. If you wake the child up, shaking the child, kicking the child, if the child ever wakes up before you, he will think it's a way of life. He will start kicking you. He will kick you because you have taught him that to wake somebody up, you have to kick the person. So it is a journey, spiritual journey. You have to tell the child there's a spiritual being. And then the child has to know that there is a being, God. And if you go with God, you can never make a mistake. Without Christ, you have crisis. Let the child know that. So when you are doing, that will tell you how to respect. That will tell you how to love. That will tell you how to be purity. You talk of morality, everything. That's how the child learns. And it must come from you, the parent.
Okay. Yeah, so does this book have a workbook?
It's not developed yet.
Okay. So if, for example, a family wants to work with you to come up with some form of workbook, you can do that as a consultant, right?
Yeah, sure.
So
sure.
What can you say about that? How can you help them?
Okay. If a family wants to come up with something they can really do, gradually and get, it's very simple. It's just to go read this book, page by page, read between the lines, and pick up at this stage of life, what do I do? Well, how do I do for the child to trust me when he's growing? If you don't do that, there's a gap. What do I do to provide for this child? You have to provide the basic things of shelter, clothing, food, everything the child needs. Then you see, in the school, what do I do? You have to provide what the child needs in the home before the child goes to school. If the child is not well fed at home, and nothing will work in the school. If you come up, you scold the child, you don't give the child is already disturbed before going to school. At the school, nothing will work. So it is a stage, step by step, gradually. It's very easy if you start early. Because if we don't catch them in time, we lose them in time.
That's correct. Thank you very much. So now that you've whet our appetite, so if I want to buy this book, where can I find it?
This book is in Amazon. It is in Barnes & Noble. It is in Zulon Press. Ingram Books distributors sell it too. Spring Arbor distributors also sell it. So it is everywhere. I just saw that Walmart advertised that they want to sell it. eBay wants to sell it. It's almost everywhere.
So if I want to get it, if I go there, all I need to do is just type your name and the title of the book.
The title of the book. Once you type Nwaogu, signature, in Jet Ed Parenting. The book will come, will show you everywhere you can get it.
Okay. So, Ms. Nwaogu, is there a question we've not asked you which we need to ask you now so that our audience can hear?
Yes. I would like to know what I want to be achieved with this book. This book is on a mission. What is that mission? The mission for this book is to put stability in the lives of children, families, put purity in the lives of the family so that the family unit will be as it's supposed to be. So that there'll be nothing like breaking up. It's clean the children. The children are the people suffering. When two elephants fight, the grass suffers. The children are suffering. So if they are not stable in the home, if there's fighting, they are suffering all these abuses, what happens? They run away from the home and they run away from the school and they join gangs. When they join gangs, that's a trouble. They start criminal activities. What happens? They are arrested. That is why right now we have increased incarceration of juvenile incarceration, increase in juvenile incarceration, and then they start smoking. What happens? Substance abuse, the result, increase in juvenile mental health disorder. Children are getting a lot of mental because of that. Children are having a lot of sexually transmitted diseases. This is the problem that started from the home. The home can help the children. When the children fail, the family has failed. The society has failed. And the system has failed. And no one will have a nice time.
Okay. Thank you very much. So the next thing is, it looks like the book is really making some progress, and I wish our people can pick a copy of this book before the white people start picking it already. There's a white company that wants to help you to take over the book and start doing some promotion.
Yes.
What can you say about it?
Okay, they've been calling me, but this one they said they want to put the TV on the TV interview. This book, TV interview, different TV stations, they want to put this book because they want many people to buy it. And they offer a whole lot of things they will do with the book. They will put it in their bookshop, they put it in books, show fairs. They have a lot of places they want to put it. And they told me, Amazon told them to look for me and that I put this book out for people to buy. Parents need to take the books and use them. Make it another of your gift. Make it part of your next gift to your everybody, to your friends, baby shower, wedding, everything, Christmas gift. It's very valuable.
Okay, my friend. So with this book now, we're going to give you a deal. If you buy a copy of this book, we'll give you back $5 as our way to support you in getting the book. So when you buy this book on Amazon, all you need to do is you show us a receipt. We'll give you back $5. And we think that's a good way. We're encouraging you to pick this book. So it's good, pick the book, read it, and we have the phone number of the author and all the author's contact information. So if they need you, they will be able to reach you. So please read the book, and we think this is a good way for us to help you. We'd like to end the show by letting you know that you can get the book on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Zulu Press, and many other places. So get the book. When you get a copy of it, we'll give you back $5. Okay? Thank you very much for watching the show. Bye-bye.
Express Driving School is the place for excitement of fast-track driver education, drug and alcohol testing, driver counseling, bilingual translation. For all your MVA needs, contact us. John F. Abbey, 6480 New Hampshire Avenue Suite, 207B, Tacoma Park, Maryland, 20912. Office phone, 301-270-0018. Cell phone, 240-644-3977. And you can reach us at our website, expressdrivingeducation.com. Medical practice software is too old. Indeed, All the programs are built on MUMPS, technology of the 1950s, and the programs cost too much money. Epic and Cerner cost billions of dollars. Meditech costs thousands of dollars too. In fact, that's why we created AlexiaHTC.com, a new and free EMR/EHR for doctors. AlexiaHTC.com is built for HIPAA. Yes, magical one-screen technology, ease of use, quick charting, amazing e-prescribing, tight labs integration, multi-office difference, because we believe doctors and patients need a break today. Be the first to test drive AlexiaHTC.com. You have nothing to lose, you have everything to gain. Act now. Call 240-350-1131. Alexia Care Corporation at AlexiaHTC.com.
Unique Auto Repair. This is a brother from Ghana. His name is Emmanuel Ofori. He has a good business and he repairs cars. He repairs all type of cars. Mercedes, Toyota, Honda, you name it. The brother does it. He repairs everything. So even if you buy a car from the auction and you need to get it fixed, go to Emmanuel Ofori, Unique Auto Repair. He will repair this for you. It's very, very good. He has repaired my cars for me many times, and I love the service. And if you mention my name, Prince Ojong, he will give you even something also.
Selling a service or a product? Need buyers? Use the African Nation TV as a channel to reach many viewers. Act now and call Prince Ojong at 240-350-1131.